Good day and welcome to another edition of Outside of Genie, where we will be doing a preview of today's racing. Today's racing, the 17th of August, is from the VAAL. Before we look at the racing and the fields and the betting, just a few things I would like to mention. For the persons who are watching Outside of Genie for the first time, just quickly what we do. What we do is we do a form analysis, and then we look for outsiders that we can recommend you to put in your play, whatever your play is, whether you play pick six, PA, jackpots, quartets, or whatever. You can add our numbers to your numbers, and if those outsiders do arrive, then you probably would you can get the bigger dividend. A good example is yesterday in the first race at Scottsville, we recommended number one. The name escapes me now, and that horse was like 50 to 1. It ran third, and that boosted the quartet dividend, paying nearly 2,000 Rand, whereby if you followed our advice, you would have got a nice payout. So if you want to get the notifications every day that we post this video, you can click the subscribe button, ring the bell, and you'll be notified every time that we have posted the daily video. We are also on Twitter and Instagram as well as WhatsApp. There's our number that you can contact us should you feel like that. We also got a sponsor for this channel. The company is called VYVO. They're new in South Africa. They are the leaders in artificial health intelligence. They've got a wrist watch that you can call it a health watch that monitor vital signs of your health, and then can warn you in advance should there be a problem. They have kindly agreed to sponsor a competition for the Gold Cup, where you can win such a one watch. One person will win a watch to the value of 5,000 Rand. We will put the details of that at the end of the video. They also offer a business opportunity, which we will discuss just now in the video. All right, and for Gold Cup Day, we have with the July PS Trading was kindly enough to give us a preview of the July card, and he's going to do the same here for the Gold Cup for us. And we just want to remind you, on the July day, we gave you 5 very well priced winners. The last 2 winners being a double that worked out to 100 to 1. So we will try and repeat that feat. On the Gold Cup day, we will always also do, as we did with the July 6th, the races we will preview with a video on each race, therefore trying to give you the advantage of picking a winner. That 6 videos would unfortunately only be available to people that subscribe to our daily analyze daily analysis that we give to people. Yeah, we would like to give you the following special orders to subscribe to our daily form analysis. Package 1, if you wanted to sign up for long term, you can now sign up from now till the end of December. Your normal cost would have been 2,000 Rand. That would have been 4 months times 500 Rand, as we charge 500 Rand a month. But if you sign up now, you can pay only for 1,200 Rand. That means you're paying 300 Rand a month. Package 2, sign up now and get selections from now till the end of September for 400 Rand. Package 3, sign up now just for the World Cup weekend, will be 150 Rand. And then you can sign up now till the end of August, including the Gold Cup previews, that will cost you 200 Rand. So we've got a weekend package. Unfortunately, I'll have to readjust that, as this weekend of 14 to 16 August is now past. So, but probably that can be about 75 Rand for the next 2 weekends. You're going to WhatsApp us to arrange your package. So what do you do when you subscribe? We give you a race by race selection, an outright winner, and 2 possible outsider selections. We give you value bets to play each way, normally more than 6 to 1. We also give you a best bet of the day, no odds on, that you can find for yourself. We try and give you decent value, and has been giving best bets at higher 6 to 1. Example of that on the 21st of July, we gave you expression from the USA, 13 to at the time of our selection, won by 4 lengths. We also give you suggested trifectas and quartet selections. last week at the VAAL, we had a quartet paying 15,000 rand, but the best so far is a quartet that we gave. I think it was in KwaZulu-Natal box for 17,000 rand for a layout of 360 rand. We also give you affordable PA and big sixes where you can play as we give them to you, or you can use that as your basis and build from there, or you can take some of our numbers and add it to your numbers. The choice is yours what you want to do with it. When you get to the selections, it will be in a form like this, where we will have everything on one page for you, all your selections, quartet, trifectas, pick six, PA, your value beds, and then we also give a small pattern that you can play to if you want to every day, just for the fun of it, just because sometimes they do pay a little bit of money. So therefore, let's now move on to the racing, where we start with race number 1, which is a maiden plate for work riders over 1,000 meters. Let's have a look at the betting. The betting is as follows. Race 1, number 1, Ashanti, 3-1. Bitter Wind, 4-1. Single Red Rose, 5-1. Miss Nancy, a first timer, 11-2. Zodiac Express, 6-1. Time Has Come, 10-1, 22-1, and longer the rest. So let's look at the form. Yeah, it's an open race, as you can see on the betting, 3-1 the field. Number 1 is ex-Cape Town horse, has had one run for the Ashley Fortune stable, was there, but then faded at the end. Probably needed to run, would probably run better today. And oh, sorry about that. I just had a problem. Yeah, so previously ridden by Fisher, today by Dadamanzi. He's a competent jockey. Number 1, Ashanti, definitely in with a chance. Number 2, Bitterwind has also improved in the last 3 races. Last time out 3 lengths behind, 1 length behind Astro place, but that was a 1450. Now back over 1,000, but this horse do show speed, and I think it's still a little bit dumb. If you can see here, stubborn loading, and then, but I'm sure this horse will improve with racing and can be one of the bigger dangers to number 1. Then we have number 3, Single Red Rose, which is also a 4-year-old filly. Has run against some decent opposition. LA Blue, if I quickly have a look there, Makwara. That's all horses that went on to win more than already won. Some of them have won their second races. And with Karen Fisher on board, drawn 14. I personally think that Single Red Rose is the horse to beat in this field. Also Ashley Fortune stable. Then we have Zodiac and Princess. This horse has also run quite a few places, but always seems to get one horse to beat her. But also with Duba on board, I don't know the jockey too well, but I know he's been around for a long time. So Zodiac Princess can, I think, will have a day soon. Maybe today, I don't know, but definitely to include in all your play. Then we're looking here at number 5, Time Has Come. There's another Ashley Fortune horse. This horse has shown some speed, and I'm thinking that number 5, Time Has Come, can be a nice improver, so do include into your play. After that, there's not much, but there are a few 3-year-olds that we quickly want to have a look at. Yes, Pin Up didn't show much on his debut. Twist and Twirl shows space, but then fades. The positive about this horse, while I was seeing, is the jockey, as I said before, jockey used to be in an academy. This horse do show a lot of pace. So maybe you can, just because of the fact of the jockey and the fact that it do show pace, and he's a Water Winter out of a Black Manaloose mare, just maybe put this in the back end of your quartets. It might pay a little bit if this horse runs into the back end of your quartets. Gilded Heart is a 3-year-old that has improved in its last race behind Cream Soda. It improved a little bit from its first 2 runs. Also, maybe a horse that you want to include in your back end of your quartets. Here we have a first timer version Get the Reach from Paul Peter. Watch the betting. As the same goes for number 11, Rimbes from St. Grace Table. Here's another first timer by Paul Peters by word. Makes it a little bit difficult to assess the form. Yes, a Willow Magic. The Willow Magic are running well. I think for me, personally, above expectations. So that brings us to the end of race number 1. Let's move on to race number 2, which is also a maiden plate over 1,000 meters for colts and geldings. Let's have a look at the betting. The betting are number 11, Quite a Trip, 13 to 10. Line Cruise, 16 to 10. Mama Cash, 5 to 1. Procrastinator, 14 to 1. Quintera, 14 to 1. And 40 to 1, and longer the rest. So let's have a look at the form here. Here we have number 1, Ash. Ash run it here, thereabouts. But I'm sure this horse will improve with racing, put into your back end of your quartets. Racing Man has had a few places, but not running well at the moment. Even with the -4, I'm not sure if he can beat this field. There are stronger horses. Number 3, Straight Property -2. Look for improvement on this horse. Put in the back end of your quartets. Then we're going to go to 6, Line Cruise, a Freehold Crusade by Magog. Billy has shown some good runs, very first good run. And then also ran in a nursery, 4 lengths behind Mount Pleasant. And then last time out, ran out of steam over 1160. Maybe the shorter 1,000 meters will suit. Definitely a horse to include in all your play. Then we get to number 7, Marrakesh. Has improved in his last rounds behind Iron Mike. Late effort, second fastest 422.7. Ran on well. Also procrastinated. It's Kumala is riding like a man possessed. Also ran on late last time out behind VAAL King. As you can see, lots of horses who have chances. The horse that I fancy to improve to win this race, and it's from the informed Roy Magnus stable. I've seen in the past when Roy Magnus stable hits form, man, do they win everything. So here we have Quintera, last time out by Vars Boy, finished strongly 21.5, was even hanging out, and I'm sure that I think this horse will be improved more today and definitely be there when the photos are taken. A horse that I see is not in the betting, but I really like this Global Views, and I'm very cautious when they run because I've seen one or two of them already won at long prices. It's another Ashley Fortune inmate. So watch the betting, see how the horse goes down, and then make your decision. Yes, the favorite 11, Quite a Trip. That was behind my selection was Vicky. So I don't know how this horse can be the favorite, and the horse that finished in front of him is 14 to 1. Sometimes I don't understand how people read form. Yeah, but it also see has shifted east, got a bump, so maybe that is excuse. But I'm sure my selection will also be there in the finish. Janssen van Vieren stable, they have recently won with 1 or 2 first timers, so keep an eye out on this one. All in all, a difficult race. Here we have number 13, Successful Secret, also from the Bet Weber stable, also a stable that's in form, also ran an improved race. So as you can see, this in race number 2, a very open race, not to go big on any horse in this field. Race number 3 is a 2,400 maiden plate. Let's have a look at the betting. Number 3, Grey Street 4 to 1, Romantic Area 5 to 1, Ideal Man 6 to 1, Visionaire 6 to 1, 7 to 1, Fort Love, Smart Deal 5 to 2, 9 to 1, Magic Duke, Capella, Manga 11 to 1, and 20 to 1, and Better the Rest. So let's have a look at the form here. Yeah, unfortunately, and with the biggest respect to the owners of these horses, some of them are really battlers. They can't pick up this race, and that will probably be the last race that they will pick up, in my point of view. Number 1, Romantic Area has been there and thereabouts, have finished has had a few places, a few seconds. The longer distance will probably suit. Kumaro on board, Robbie Sage stable, do have a chance in this open race. Fort Love is an elusive fort by Moloman Me. Should also probably release the distance. Hasn't shown much. I'm going to pass this by. Grace Street, a 5-year-old horse at 19 places, has placed over this distance, but always seemed to find one to beat him. Then Ideal Man is a Ideal World by a Dynasty Me. Probably this distance will suit. Didn't run too well last time out, but let's give it another chance. Unfortunately, draw 15 over a long distance. It's not that a big thing, but it can make a difference. This horse has run against some decent opposition. Imperial Ruby and Alcante, definitely no donkeys. So for Ideal Man, definitely in a huge shout in this race. Here's my selection. This is a Jam Alley by Painter's Dream, out of Painter's Dream by Saddleswell. This horse will stay all day. For you, don't know, last on Saturday, this horse jumped 11 to 11 and finished 4.75 after that surprise winner from the Paul Peter stable was running on strongly at the end. And this 2,400 meters will be down this horse's alley, and I am selecting this as my winner. Currently, the betting 11 to 1, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 11 to 1. Then I just want to discuss one other horse in this field, and that is number 11 Maroon's Penny. Also a Jam Alley by Announce. This horse finished in the same race and finished 3 lengths behind the winner. Ran a very improved race, and definitely I'm 100% sure this longer distance will also suit this horse. Here we have a Duke of Marmalade from Paul Peter. I don't know if he's going to pull the same stunt, him and the jockey, that they did on Saturday with that surprise 100 to 1 winner. So also 14 Visionaire, in with a chance, has had a few runs over this distance and been placed. So with Mario on board, definitely not without a prayer. So let's then move on to the next race, which is the 4th race at 1,600 meters, a maiden handicap again. Let's have a look at the betting. Okay, so let's have a look at this field. The betting is number 18 to 10, number 4 Broadway, 5 to 2 Stunning, Lash going West 33 to 10, 6 to 1 St. Joseph Lily, without our blessing 14 to 1, our biscuit 25 to 1, 50 to 1 Nia Kanzanga, and 50 to 1 and longer the rest. So what happens in this race, the maidens are running as they would have run in a handicap. So let's have a look. Number 1 is scratched. I do fancy number 2, Stunning. Stunning is a half brother to Irish Flame. This horse did cost 300,000, has been running well, and some of the races, the horses behind him has won again, and I'm looking for this horse to finish this race off as the winner, although there are horses on with lighter weights that can be involved in the finish. St. Joseph Lily is only carrying 53, has run some decent races, hasn't run over the 1,600 meter yet, but I think this might be the distance that this horse might be looking for, so do include in all your bets. Here we have Broadway on Broadway. Has been running there and thereabouts, but I think the horses that number 2 Stunning has run against is stronger than Broadway ran against, although they have a little bit down in the weight, so that will be an advantage. 6 Shuffling is a scratching. And then here's another horse I want to discuss. It's a 5-year-old mare, only had 3 runs and only started her career and has been off for a long time, but that I think, yeah, have include this horse in your. I don't think the horse can win the race, but I've seen stranger things happen. So do include in your play. Um, this might be the type of horse that can throw over the apple cart. Here we have number 7, Lads Going West, only carrying 52, and I'm sure the distance will not be a problem. Last time out was fancied a little bit in the betting, but didn't was never dangerous, but maybe on the lighter weight can improve. Here we have number 8 with our blessing, has managed to run 1/3 and a fourth. Yeah, over this distance, even with the -1.5, I'm not sure that this wound can improve to win this race. So let's move on to the next race, which is the 5th race, which is also a maiden handicap over 1600 meters. Let's have a look at the betting. Here we have number 1, Shadow Creek, 13 to 10, the 8 Lord, 9 to 2, Summerdale, 8 to 1, El Romanzi, 17 to 2, Zamadou, 11 to 1, 14 to 1, Wild Heritage, and longer the rest. So let's have a look at this field. I think number 1, Romantic, Shadow Creek, will be hard to beat in this race. Has some decent races and with a good draw. Yeah, unfortunately, the only problem being that she's giving way to some of the other horses. I do see this horse cost R1 million as a yearling. So these guys are looking to make the money back, and it doesn't look like at this stage this horse will win that kind of money, but I can be wrong. El Romanzi is now getting a kilogram from number 1. Pierre Stradam on board, has run a few places, but also horse has had 21 runs already, and just keep on being beaten by other horses. And I do think today might be another case the same is going to happen. Although Pierre Stradam is a very competent jockey and can make a difference, but I think there are horses in this field that can beat it. Number 3, Cool Balaika. This horse always there and thereabouts, has run a few places with different distances. But can surprise. Number 4, Torben Spirit, might be a improver of this. Okay, he's carrying 1 kilogram overweight, has managed 1 place, but the form also not too inspiring. Here's the 8 Lord. The 8 Lord, it has run some good races here and there. He went to Natal and ran two good races. Last time out was running on fastest 400 meters. He's only carrying 54.5, so definitely in with a huge chance. Here we have number 6, Summerdale, a global view out of elusive Fort Me, and I think that number 6, Summerdale, carrying only 54, can definitely be a contender in this race, not to leave out any bets. Number 8, Wild Heritage, is a Count du Bar by Timber Country Me. And this is the horse, this horse is only carrying 54, -4, it's only carrying 50, number 8. And I definitely think that number 8, Wild Heritage, over this distance will have a very good chance. So do include in all your plays. This horse was slowing to stride. The 1600 meter will soar, only carrying 50, and I think this would be the biggest danger to number 1. Here and there, there's some other horses, but that then concludes race number 5. So let's move on to race number 6. But before I want to do race number 6, I just want to go back and give the sponsors a bit of their advertising, that they pay for. VYVO, who are the sponsors of this preview, has got this business opportunity. Be the owner of your own global artificial intelligence business. Artificial intelligence is impacting the future of virtually every industry and every human being. Healthcare and wellness are the fields where A1 is going to have the biggest impact. VO now offers you a business opportunity where you don't have to pay any upfront fees. A very exciting concept being launched, first of its kind, not seen in South Africa before. We were now in a pre-launch stage in South Africa and needs persons to assist with pre-launch and be trained as team leaders in order to assist in building and training teams for the launch phase. The opportunity offers you the fastest growing markets worldwide, great products, customer referral program, a lucrative compensation plan, and the most exciting instant bonus. For more info, WhatsApp this number 061 231 0193, VYVO business opportunity, and they will send you the details of how you can get involved to become a owner of your own global artificial intelligence business. So let's now continue with our preview of race 6. Let's have a look at the betting. The betting is as follows. Number 5, Trent Master 33 to 10, Oscar Wilde 4 to 1, Stop for Nothing 6 to 1, Ward Jewel 7 to 1, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot 12 to 1, Norland 12 to 1, and 16 to 1, and longer the rest. So let's have a look at the form. Right, number 1 is Tokyo Drift. Is already a 9-year-old. Hasn't shown anything after the rest. I'm going to pass it by for today. Number 2, Oscar Wilde, is a 4.5 million rand purchase. It's already a 4-year-old. Dynasty by Lady Windermere by Western Winter. Now, this horse is very well bred. It won its only race in November, going away, but difficult to access in terms of where this horse is, in terms of fitness and how the horse has improved. But I think Michael de Kock is a professional, and I'm sure the horse will be ready for this race. So definitely a horse you cannot discard. Then here we have number 3, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Paul Matthews has quite a number of horses in this race. Now, if you look at race number 6, you'll see that the average med rating in this race is like a 75. Now, this horse has run great races. After winning its maiden, it ran an AR of 90, being behind Green Laser, and also in 87 behind 7 Patriots, and then in 83 behind Last of the Legend. I'm sure Whiskey Tango Foxtrot will definitely improve, and not a horse that you can leave out of your play. Then 5, Trendmaster, Straighterman board, has run some very good races. After winning its maiden, has won another race and a third and a second. So definitely a horse that will be there when the photos are taken. 6, Norland, there and thereabouts, always running his heart out. So do include in your quartet or whatever play you have. Follow My Path has shown some forms here and there, but maybe not today. Alva 11, Stop for Nothing, 2 runs back, ran a brilliant race, but now up in class. That ran in a small future in Natal, but unfortunately didn't show much. Here, and this is another image from the post match stable. Ward Jewel has been running places lately. Kamala on board, drawn free, and currently they are a very potent combination. So do include in all your play number 12. Here we have number 13, X and O's, also now with the Paul Matchett stable. And also this horse has been running well. Here you have this horse running one name behind Ronnie's Candy, Say No More, Tangerine Queen. This horse is running against some decent opposition. It's getting 55 minus 2.5, way down in the betting. Do include in your play, and when you collect the money, you can thank outsider Genie. So that is race number 6. Let's move on to race number 7. It's a merit rated 94 handicap, Class B, average merit rating 88 over 1,200 meters. Let's have a look at the betting. Here we have number Captain Hindsight 16 to 10, Commando again, Old Man Team 9 to 2, Arapo 6 to 1, Pillar of the Earth 6 to 1, 12 to 1, Fitzwilliam and Bob Scar 14 to 1, and longer the rest. Number 1, Arapo is one of the favorites and do have a chance. Has been running against these horses, has been running against each other, running in front of beating. But I think, can be involved in the finish. Definitely with a contender. Number 2, Captain Hindsight has run the scores 2 wins, 2 runs, 2 wins, but never over this distance. Has run over the 1600 meters, so is going for a hat trick. Won easily last time in the same type of class. Kumara riding, definitely in with a shout, but not a certainty. I would not put my house on it. As I think number 3, Old Man Time, can also run a very good race and actually beat it. Has also run against some strong opposition. There she ran third behind Basadi State, the 5 Chief of State. So 109, 104. So this horse also has got lots of ability and can definitely be the biggest opposition to the above mentioned 2. So let's have a look at 1 or 2 other horses. Dan the Lad, I think, would be looking for a 1400 meters, not currently in form. Senior Lizard will run well over longer distances, so probably just will be too short. Life is Good. Last year, this time was in form, won a nice race against Talk to the Stars, but has unfortunately went off to form. Last time out, it was pulled up, not for me today. 7 Fitzwilliam. Now this horse is also a horse who always runs his heart out. Um, uh, you know, has run some good races against decent horses and can be involved in the finish. Do include in all your play. That's a definite. Grease Paint, already a 10-year-old, but still running like a 6-year-old. Winning races last year. She had 13 races, won 2 and ran second twice. Already in this year, she had 5 runs for 1 win and a fourth, or him, not a she. So can probably run into the quartets again. So do include. So then that concludes. Oh yeah, here's number 11, Pillar of the Earth. Stratum riding can also be involved in the finish, but has been beaten by Captain Ironside, and I'm not sure if this horse can turn it out 5.5 lengths on Captain Ironside. So that is then race number 7. Then we get to race number 8, which is the merit rated 78 handicap class D, average merit rating 72. So let's have a look at the betting. Number 9, Written in Stone, 27 to 20. That won well last time out. Blow Me Down 6 to 1, category 4, 7 to 1. Certifiable 9 to 2, Windy Flight 10 to 1. Grindelwald 11 to 1, Hunter's Promise 11 to 1. Elusive Jack 16 to 1. 20 to 1, Sweet Trial. 25 to 1, Silver Train. Informative Free Deal 50 to 1, Whirly Whirly. And Captain's Fort 40 to 1. I mentioned this. I'll tell you now why I mentioned this. There's a saying in racing that says a horse never loses its ability. Now, here is a case in point. Number 1, Whirly Whirly. Number 1, Whirly Whirly has got 45 runs, has won 6 races. But what you can't see here is that this horse has run against the best horses in the country, beating some of them. Unfortunately, there's only won it like 538 races, 538 days ago. But if you see Class D, average merit rating 72. In this horse form, you won't find that anywhere Class D 72 rating. Look at what this horse has run, 104, 97. Look at the horses that he's run against. Now he finds himself here in a D division after his merit rated dropped from a 94, here it was a 94, already now 82. And this horse is at 40 to 1. I did tip it as my first election because I think the horse has got ability, and the horse got ability. And even if you take this for each way, and the horse runs into the quartets or in the placing, because I think the bookmakers will pay you 4 places if I'm not mistaken. 53 to 10 on a place, paying paying 4 places. I still think this is a bet that's worth you a few rand. And I've been following this horse a long time in my life, and I do have a soft spot for it. And I do believe that Whirly Whirly can definitely win this race. Definitely, we're not without a prey. And then here we have number 2, Silver Master, which also did the same thing. The same thing. Look where his horses run: 103, 83, 81. State Trooper now carrying 60 minus 4. Also the type of horse Baden Boertes that can surprise, also include into your play. And then in category 4 is run with shorter distances, longer distances. One is large, two up in class now. Again, some stronger horses. I'll be surprised to see this horse winning in the number one box again, but I might be wrong. But yeah, I think there are stronger horses in this race. Grunewald is always a horse that I did fancy, and then he came okay, and he won 2 races. But last time out, disappointed a bit. Blow Me Down is, I think it's a Kumala and Minda combination. And I think this horse is also in with a huge chance. Has run also against some stiffer opposition last time out in the 76. Was beaten under the length by Lord Graffin. Jem Cutter has also a good horse. They ran behind Grindelwald, uh, getting a kilogram. So also Blow Me Down, a horse that you need to put into your play. Here's number 6, certifiable. Also a horse that's got some sort of ability. Has won 6 races, did one last time out in a similar class, so can probably bother the judges again. So yes, Punton's Promise, also since the Grey Inmate, has also run some decent races over this distance. Yeah, and also run in a similar class, can also be included. So for me, all in all, if you have a look, informative. I did fancy it last time, but I didn't run up to expectations. But has got some ability, maybe put in the back end of your quartets. Here's the winner. Last time I'd written in stone, but last time this horse won. When he won in a 68. I'm sure it's going to carry a little bit more weight because the race, the merit rating is going to change, but it would run in a little bit lower class that it won. So I won't think that. I mean, this horse is they're betting here like 27 to 20. I mean, that's like 13 to 10 something kind of betting. Um, yeah, then 61 the field. And I think this race is much more open than that. I might be proved wrong. I've been wrong in the past. I mean, I'm a form analyzer, and when I analyze form, you need to take certain things in account. And then, as I say, I've learned in the past, horses get older, but they don't lose their ability. And that's the nice thing about merit rating. As soon as a horse, uh, you know, doesn't perform, it starts losing a merit rating until it gets into a class where it can win again. And that is what happened with a horse like called Talk to the Stars. That horse was something like 122, and then it came down, and eventually it won another race. But I'm sure it's and Talk of the Stars is running today, but I'm sure it's nearing the end of his career. Here's Captain Ford's. Also, this type of horse is the type of horse that can surprise. Has run also against some here and there some good opposition. Definitely not without a chance. So all in all, I would think definitely open race, a race where you want to include all the runners. Here's Windy Flight also can come up any day, has run some decent races, always runs on at the end, and can surprise. So that brings us to the end of our form analysis. But I just want to give the sponsors a little a bit more exposure. They have got this Gold Cup competition where you can get a watch. You can win a watch to the value of 5,000 rand. Artificial intelligence is impacting the future of virtually every industry and every human being. Healthcare is one of the fields where AI is going to have the biggest impact. You can enter the competition, answer the following question: who will be the winner of the 2020 Gold Cup? All you have to do is you post your answer via our competition, our WhatsApp group. I'm posting the link in the comment section. Join the group and post your winner for the Gold Cup. Some rules for the competition: only one entry per cell number. Judge the decision final. By entering, you give VYVO permission to send you advertising material from time to time. Winner will be announced 7th September, and delivery time for watch will be 6 to 8 weeks after announcement of winner. I do thank you for your time listening to my form analysis. I hope you can make a bit of money. And as I always say, break a leg.